Imagine you are standing on a bright moonlit night in an endless field, silent except for the gentle breeze rustling through the trees. You look up at the sky. A crimson glow gradually engulfs the soft moonlight, painting the sky a blood-red hue. Is it astonishment, fear, or is it an ominous premonition creeping into your mind? A breathtaking yet mysterious sight. The blood moon is not just a mystical phenomenon. It carries legendary tales from ancient times. It has been seen as an omen of catastrophic events, from the fall of empires to prophecies of the end of days. Ancient kings trembled, prophets issued warnings, and the people prayed in fear. But does the blood moon truly hold spiritual significance, or is it simply an astronomical event, explained by science? And in just a few days, the world will witness this extraordinary phenomenon. So join me in this video as we uncover its mysteries. If you find it useful, don't forget to leave a like, share it with others, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Let's get started. Part 1. The blood moon in history and religion. The blood moon is not only an astronomical phenomenon, but also deeply tied to human beliefs and traditions from ancient times. Each civilization interpreted it differently, sometimes as a good omen, but more often as a harbinger of fear and uncertainty. Ancient Babylon, an omen of divine wrath. The Babylonians, despite their advanced astronomical knowledge, could not escape the fear surrounding the blood moon. They believed it signified the god's anger, foretelling shifts in power or impending disasters. To appease the deities, the royal court conducted elaborate rituals. One particularly striking practice involved selecting a commoner to act as a temporary king, only to be sacrificed later as a substitute for the real ruler. The Bible, a sign of the apocalypse. In Christian tradition, the blood moon appears multiple times in prophetic scriptures. The book of Joel emphasizes, "The sun will turn to darkness and the moon to blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes." Such prophecies fueled the belief that the blood moon was a precursor to Judgment Day, not just in the Old Testament, but also in the book of Revelation. The blood moon is depicted as part of apocalyptic events. Throughout history, many wars, natural disasters, and plagues have coincided with blood moons, reinforcing people's fears and superstitions. The Mayans, a monster devouring the moon. The Mayans believed that a dark creature was attempting to swallow the moon, bringing misfortune and disaster. To ward off this threat and restore light, they held grand ceremonies led by priests who conducted prayers, beat drums, blew horns, and lit fires throughout the night. The loud noises were believed to frighten the creature into releasing the moon. Historical records suggest that the Mayans even performed human sacrifices during blood moons, hoping for divine intervention. Pregnant women and children were kept indoors as they were thought to be especially vulnerable to the moon's ominous influence. To the Mayans, the blood moon was a harbinger of critical events such as war, natural disasters, or shifts in power. High priests played a crucial role in interpreting its meaning and guiding the people on how to respond. If the blood moon lasted too long or appeared too frequently, it was seen as a sign of divine displeasure, prompting further rituals to appease the gods. Today, remnants of Mayan civilization still contain carvings and inscriptions detailing blood moons and their associated ceremonies. While science has demystified the event, to the ancient Mayans, it remained a profound symbol of their faith and reverence for supernatural forces. The Roman Empire, blood moon, and assassinations. In Western history, the blood moon has often been linked to major political upheavals. On March 15, 44 BC, Julius Caesar was assassinated, and weeks later, a total lunar eclipse painted the sky red. Romans took this as an ominous sign of turmoil and impending chaos. They believed the blood moon signified the wandering spirits of the murdered, forewarning divine retribution against traitors, the Vikings, the battle of cosmic forces. In Norse mythology, the blood moon signaled an eternal battle between two cosmic wolves, Skuld and Hati. According to legend, these wolves chased the sun and moon ceaselessly. When a blood moon appeared, the Vikings believed one of the wolves was close to catching its prey, signaling the approach of Ragnarok, the end of the world. To prepare for this impending doom, Vikings conducted ritual combat, reenacting the gods' struggle to maintain cosmic order. The sounds of war drums filled the air. Warriors invoked Odin, the god of war and wisdom, praying for divine intervention. For many Viking warriors, the blood moon was not just an omen, but a divine challenge to prove their bravery on the battlefield. Even though science now explains the blood moon, for the Vikings, it remained a powerful symbol of struggle, courage, and the inevitable fate of the universe. Japan, the blood moon, god, and samurai spirits. In Japan, the blood moon carried profound spiritual significance, particularly among the samurai. During feudal times, many pivotal battles coincided with blood moons, leading warriors to believe that the spirits of fallen soldiers continued their fight in the heavens. The blood moon symbolized a bridge between the mortal world and the afterlife, where departed samurai sought their final honor. Before battle, samurai performed rituals under the blood moon, praying for divine protection and victory. Master swordsmen saw it as a test of willpower and loyalty, believing that only the bravest warriors could endure. The blood moon also signified political transitions, where the fall of a ruler or the rise of a new shogunate could alter the balance between war and peace. Historical records note that during the decisive Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, an event that unified Japan under the Tokugawa shogunate, a blood moon appeared. For those who believed in omens, it was a harbinger of fate, deciding the nation's future. Part 2. The blood moon. As a symbol of change. Across different cultures, the blood moon has represented transformation. It has marked pivotal moments in history when humanity faced great shifts. Whether it signified the fall of a dynasty, the outbreak of war, or divine judgment, the blood moon has always evoked intense emotions and deep reflection. Today, as science explains the phenomenon, do people still fear the blood moon? Or is it now merely a breathtaking celestial event that reminds us of our smallness in the vast universe? A notable example is the blood moon of 1504, when explorer Christopher Columbus was stranded in Jamaica. Facing starvation, he knew an eclipse was imminent. He warned the native people that if they refused to provide food, the gods would turn the moon red in anger. When the blood moon appeared, the terrified locals quickly supplied Columbus and his crew with provisions. This incident highlights how knowledge of celestial events has been used to manipulate beliefs. In 1453, as the Byzantine Empire fell to the Ottoman forces, a blood moon appeared over Constantinople. Many saw it as a preordained sign, weakening the defenders' morale. Under Sultan Mehmed II's command, the Ottomans seized the city, ending over a millennium of Byzantine rule. Part 3. The science behind the blood moon and modern views. In the past, people had no scientific answers. They only had beliefs and fears. But today, we understand that it is merely a natural play of light. In fact, a blood moon is simply a total lunar eclipse. When the moon enters Earth's shadow, sunlight is refracted through the atmosphere, leaving only red wavelengths to illuminate the lunar surface, causing it to appear reddish-orange. Interestingly, this phenomenon can be predicted through astronomical calculations. Scientists have determined that sunlight, when passing through Earth's atmosphere, is scattered, leaving only red light to reach the moon. This is the same reason why sunrises and sunsets appear red and orange. However, not every lunar eclipse results in a blood moon. The redness of the moon depends on atmospheric conditions, pollution levels, volcanic dust, or other environmental factors. One of the darkest recorded blood moons occurred in 1883, after the catastrophic eruption of Mount Krakatoa. The immense amount of dust in the atmosphere turned the moon into a deep red orb for months. The intensity of the blood moon's red hue can vary, depending on the atmospheric state. If the air contains high amounts of dust, volcanic ash, or pollution, the filtering effect is stronger, making the moon appear deep red or orange. Conversely, if the atmosphere is clean, the moon may have a light red or yellowish hue. Although science has explained the blood moon, many people still associate it with mystical beliefs. Between 2014 and 2015, a phenomenon called the tetrad occurred, 4 consecutive total lunar eclipses. Some religious followers and conspiracy theorists believed this was a sign of the end of the world. But, of course, nothing happened. The Earth continued to rotate, and scientists continue to accurately predict future lunar eclipses. According to NASA, a blood moon is merely a fascinating astronomical event with no real impact on human life. However, it still holds deep cultural and spiritual significance. For thousands of years, people have observed the sky, seeking meaning in these mysterious celestial events. Today, we know that the blood moon is nothing to fear. But what's truly remarkable is that even with scientific knowledge, many people still believe in the prophecies linked to this phenomenon. Part 4. Personal Perspective and Philosophical Reflection. The blood moon, once a natural event, has become a cultural symbol, a source of fear, and a tool for manipulation. But in the end, it is simply refracted light. Just like how we perceive life, sometimes something seems frightening, but once we understand it, we realize there is nothing to fear. However, from another perspective, the blood moon also reflects the state of Earth's atmosphere. Its redness depends on the amount of dust, emissions, and pollution in the air. A deep red blood moon could indicate volcanic eruptions or rising pollution levels. On the other hand, a lighter or orange-tinted blood moon suggests cleaner air. In a way, the blood moon is not just a beautiful spectacle, but also a mirror reflecting the condition of our planet. When looking at a blood moon, we don't just witness the universe's mystery. We also have an opportunity to reflect on our own environment. Instead of fearing or being superstitious, perhaps we should use it as a reminder of humanity's impact on our Earth. So, what do you think about the blood moon? Is it an omen, a mystical symbol, or simply a natural wonder? Leave a comment below and share your perspective. Don't forget to look up at the sky during the next lunar eclipse to witness the breathtaking beauty of the universe. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more fascinating discoveries. Thank you very much.